In a very basic way of stating it, mass communication is really about sending out messages to huge audiences.
The field is very exciting at the moment because we're all in the middle of a revolution where the World Wide Web is becoming the dominant mass media.
We're getting sort of a conglomeration of universal global culture, which when you think about 10 years ago wasn't even possible when you had just broadcasting or cable.
I try to emphasize with students that the mass media are complex systems of public address. So what we are preparing them for are positions in media organizations that have great influence in politics and culture in the United States and around the world.
Mass communication is the way we really know about each other around the world. So it has a huge global impact.
When students declare a major as mass communication majors here in our department, they're looking at three tracks actually: broadcasting, journalism, and public relations.
Fundamentally, what we all share in any of these tracks is a love of communicating with others and communicating a message to others.
10 years ago, broadcasting meant you worked in a studio or you went out in the field with a video camera and you edited using tape machines, but now you're dealing with a convergence of technologies.
Really today, broadcasting is multimedia. It's all over the web in terms of streaming television and streaming movies and internet radio.
Broadcasting has a very wide variety of options for students going out into the real world and starting a career.
The real skills that are taught are skills that never go out of style, things about composition, about lighting, about graphic design that are going to help them now or 20 years from now.
In addition to our regular coursework in audio production, video production, and multimedia, we also offer for credit a lot of hands-on experiences with our internet radio station and our TV station. So we have a live weekly news show that the students put together.
The news show at UNCP is very much like a real-world experience. It goes out to a real audience. We've been doing it for over 2 decades, and it's very much like what happens in the real world.
We have live sports broadcasts from the gymnasium here on campus. We do the local Christmas parade as a production out in the field.
We have our own remote truck. What it is inside, it's like a mini control room. Remote productions are awesome. I love them. It gives the student an opportunity to get out of the studio and out into the field.
We also have students who propose their own original shows. Sometimes they're working on sitcoms during the semester. We've had zombie films and romantic comedies. All the kinds of things that you would see out in the real world, our students can be doing here for credit.
They have an opportunity to cater their studies to whatever it is that they're interested in going out and doing. And I think that's the really powerful thing about a curriculum like this, especially with the variety of backgrounds that we have, is that if a student has a particular interest, there's somebody here on staff who's going to be able to help them develop their careers the way that they want to go when they leave here and go out to the real world.
Public relations is a discipline
The well-planned process
that enhances the ability of an organization
that manages the relationships between organizations or individuals
to communicate with its publics.
and their publics.
Students will come out of the public relations track as excellent communicators and primarily as excellent writers and spokespersons for their organization. There's a wealth of opportunity for public relations students. It's a growing field. The way that new media is changing the way we do business is increasing the need for public relations practitioners. PRSSA stands for the Public Relations
Student Society of America.
Its primary purpose is to build relationships between the students and professional public relations organizations.
The students here will have chances to do networking with professional organizations within the state and beyond the state.
Where they mix and mingle with presidents of communication firms, advertising agencies, PR firms. So they get a lot of good experience by belonging to PRSSA.
There's no boring day when I graduate as a PR professional, a PR major, entering the professional world. They do a variety of activities, including writing, event planning, government relations, investor relations. They can also work for independent advertising, PR, marketing firms, also in-house corporate communication department. So there's a variety of choices they can go about.
Journalism is an important part of our democracy. People want to know what's happening and what's going to impact them, and they rely on journalists to go out and find the story, get the facts, give it to them in an objective way, and let them make up their own minds about it.
Journalism today is the ability to locate information and communicate it to other people. Traditionally, we think of journalism in newspapers and magazines and maybe even in books. But today we also have the World Wide Web, the internet. We have journalism on blogs and wikis and in places like Facebook and other social media. So journalism is everywhere, and the journalism student today is just as valuable in society as ever, because we still need to know how to gather information, how to process it or edit it, how to deliver it. The Pine Needle's our campus newspaper, our student newspaper.
We have a very award-winning newspaper with their own offices, their own equipment, and we have the printed paper, we have a website, we have podcasts, we have opportunities to have videos on our website. We have a Twitter page, a Facebook page, so students are learning all the skills that they'll need in the new world of journalism when they graduate from here.
The Pine Needle is a learning laboratory for students in our department and really across the whole university.
Journalists learn how to identify what news is. That's a very important part of being a journalist. They also learn how to interview, how to gather information, how to make judgments about whether someone is giving them information that is accurate. They learn to double check the facts and make sure their stories are accurate.
It's not just a job, it's journalism. That's what we say, and we really believe that. We believe that journalism has a major impact on the surroundings of everybody. It affects everyone's environment, whether it's in a little small town, whether it's in a big city, whether it's in a rural area, and of course all around the world, not just in the United States. Journalism has a tremendous impact.
I'm very high on the mass communication department here at UNCP. Here students get the attention they need, they learn the skills they need, and they get the help they need to get a good career once they graduate. And we hear that from our graduates, that they're very happy that they came to UNCP.
The major in mass communication is fun, exciting, and challenging. The mass media are constantly changing and evolving, and in our department we prepare students with the foundations that they can take into almost any situation.
You go into our department to learn how to be prepared for the media of today.
We live in the media world, media society. As mass communication major, you first of all will have the advantage to be media literate.
One of the reasons that I got into it and what I think makes it so great is that it's just a really fun job. You are constantly involved in things that probably interest you because that's the path that you've taken, and on top of it you're working with lots of different creative individuals.
If you like to be around people, if you're naturally inquisitive, if you like to ask questions because you want to know what's going on in the world around you, and you want to find out answers so that you can tell the story to other people, if you like to be a storyteller, you'll love mass communications.